What's going on, guys? I've got here a 2000 Toyota Corolla, and I'm using this car to point out to you the location of the horn fuse, the horn relay, and I'm also going to give you some troubleshooting steps for what to do when the horn is not working. So we're going to begin by looking in this fuse box here. We remove it by pulling on this tab here and lifting up. Now the fuse that sends power to the horn is going to be this 10 amp fuse right here. So we're going to go ahead and pull it out. And as you can see, that is what a good fuse looks like. That fuse actually receives constant power. Now the horn relay is this relay right here. And my absolute favorite way to troubleshoot relays is I'll have someone holding the horn down, and while they're doing that, I'll come here and I'll tap on that relay. Sometimes relays can get stuck, and by tapping on the relay or even wiggling the relay, you can free it up. Further troubleshooting beyond that, you're going to want to carefully remove the relay. You don't want to squeeze it too hard as you can damage it. We're going to set that aside, and we're going to swap in this other relay here. Be careful with this relay as it's important for the car to run. So if after you swap the relay, your horn starts to work, then you know that the original relay was probably no good. Now let's take a look at how everything is wired here. I mentioned earlier the horn fuse, the 10 amp fuse here. If this fuse is working, it will constantly provide power to both this pin and this pin. So these pins should always be hot. Now when you hit the horn switch, the wiring is supposed to provide a ground to this pin right here. If you never see a ground coming in through here, it could very well be that your horn switch has failed or your clock spring is broken. Now when the power from this pin works with the ground on this pin, that is what activates this relay. And when the relay is activated, it sends power from this pin into this pin. So this pin here that I've painted white, this actually goes directly to the horn. Now you yourself can test the horn wiring directly. If you touch these two pins together with a wire or a paper clip or even some pliers like what I'm doing here, touching these two pins will send power directly to that horn and it will go off. So that's just a good troubleshooting step just to see if the horn itself is working and if your wiring is good. Now I can show you the location of the horn itself. It's going to be on the front of the car right here. And I've seen these fail. Sometimes you can tap on them and get them working temporarily. Also, corrosion can form at this location. This horn only receives power from the relay and it relies on a ground here for the horn to work. And you can also disconnect. You can disconnect this connector to the horn right here. You do that just by pushing on that piece and pulling out. If you see power coming in through here when you hit the horn switch, then everything with the wiring and the relays are good. And the horn itself is bad if it does not go off at that point. So yeah, I hope this information was helpful for you and a good starting point in troubleshooting the horn on your Corolla. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Also, let us know if you have any troubleshooting steps that could help anyone working out the horn on their Corolla. So yeah, thanks for watching.